Bad hands. Can you all see that?
Yes. Yes. It's lovely.
Can I say something about hands, or maybe you had this discussion already? And if you did,
Go
tell
ahead.
me, you know. I learned this many years ago when we had this little study group with Julie Kestenberg, and I found out, and it also affected my work deeply, that, and it actually helped when I was working with exceptional children. When I couldn't get them to focus, I would sit them at a table and we'd start to do everything with the hands. It turns out the hands do everything that the whole rest of the body does. So it's got a connection. It's almost like that vagal nerve that connects to everything. It's, you can flex, you can extend, you can rotate, you can abduct, adduct. So if you can do all the functional movements with the hands, you actually can allow somebody to assimilate that in their body. And so it was very profound for me to learn that, because it helped me. I wrote about it in one of my articles that I had this very unruly group of little boys that there was no way to get them to focus. And I got them to sit down and have the lower bodies totally covered so their hands were on the table. And we did everything with our hands for, I don't know, a couple of months. And actually at the end of that time, when we went back into the center of the floor, they were focused, they were able to do everything that, you know, we did in a movement session. It was very, very profound. So it's something to remember about the hands, how important they are in our movement experiences.
So do you want to do the same process as last week, just the 20 minutes of moving?
Is this the only collage, or is there another one?
Yeah. No, this is the only one this week.
Where's the potter?
This bottom one is an interesting one. I'm not sure whether it's right around or what. I can't figure it out. Looks like lots of fingers moving.
My sense is that there may be some people who need to move around what's going on in terms of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
the choice can be this is a beautiful opportunity, as well as any emotion or feeling that might be coming around what's going on there or in the world. So I would think we all know, we all know what's going on inside of us and what works for us. So let's leave it open in that way.
And, you know, maybe combine the two, maybe start with the feeling of what's going on in your hands, and see how it reads the rest of your body.
Beautiful.
Just have that experience, you know?
That picture on the bottom right-hand corner, it's twisted. It should be turned another degree.
Another quarter turn, right?
To the left. That is a woman. It's like fast speed, like she's assembling nuts and bolts. So the person who took the photo, could see her hands moving.
Very good, Teresa. Very good.
Well, actually, I got that picture from a book called The Family of Man, which was an exhibition in the 50s at the Museum of Modern Art. And I wanted to get something that was moving, and I looked through the book, and I knew that picture was there. So I just took one.
So Teresa, what is the top and what is the bottom on this one? When you turn it, what's on the bottom? The narrow part of the or the wide.
If you turn it one.
It looks like a nut.
No, if you look closer, enlarge it, you see it's the nuts and bolts.
I don't see.
Yeah.
It's nuts and bolts.
And
She's
it looks like the nuts need to be down the bottom and the arms are up the top.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
you turn your whatever,
When
laptop
I
on
sent her, she should have turned it a quarter turn, or I
Yeah.
should have done it before I sent it.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And
But
now it's in a collage. I can't do anything about that.
Yeah,
But
I
I-
know. Okay.
but
Right.
if you're on a phone or an iPad, I just did it. It's very easy to turn the phone and you get it the right position
Yeah.
because I'm just on my phone. So yeah.
I can turn my neck too.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. You know, I would just want to say one thing. When I worked with children, these children had developmental disabilities, and I was always fascinated, you know, with how we develop our hands, the hand movement, you know, and it goes from just, you know, gross pincer to, you know, like a shaping ability to shape in three dimensions, and we could see the same in the body. When I worked with the kids, they would also have that two-dimensional movement, or they sometimes went into three-dimensional. So it was like Marcia said, it was really, you know, the hand was like a reflection of the entire body. And just in terms of the dimensions of movement and how we can combine them from 2-dimension to 3-dimension.
Mm.
Yeah. So like, you know, when I'm looking at the cat, that's a definite three-dimensional, you know, shaping.
Yeah.
And the one in the middle looks like it's flat, you know.
You mean
Yeah.
the middle on the bottom?
One.
Shall we start moving?
Pardon?
Eric?
Moving or yeah.
Yeah, it's 28 past, so shall we do it for 20 minutes?
Yes. When someone used their own music at home, we didn't hear it. How do you do that? Do you know how to use your own music at home without it impinging on other people?
Just
put
put it on mute.
Mute.
Just mute yourself.
But the music's going to come from my phone.
Yes, you
It
could
doesn't
just
matter.
Yeah, we hear it. Yeah.
You're not sharing the music, so it shouldn't affect us.
yeah,
Give it
just
a go,
mute.
Anna.
If we all figure out what time to come back, you can mute yourself, mute your you know, your Zoom window, and then just come back. I guess we can come back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 1.
Do we need 20 minutes?
Mm. Okay.
I found it really great to move for 20 minutes. It's very useful to let it go that long.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, 20 minutes if everyone agrees. So back
Okay.
at 10 to.
Okay.
Okay.
And only if you unmute.
I muted everyone before, but you can all unmute yourselves. You know what?
Gertie, I like your hair.
Okay, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Talk to be heard.
What?
You got to talk to be heard.
Hello.
So is everybody finished?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Anybody like to share?
I was using my hands mostly, and then sometimes it would go into my shoulders and my arm, but I was using my hands as like a, I was feeling like they got locked in together, and then they were friendly, and then they weren't, and so they were fighting against each other. So, you know, like your hands are like this, and so they're friendly, talking, and then all of a sudden it's this push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, and trying to get loose. So that's how I was working. And like every once in a while, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she'd come into mind. So like the pushing and the pulling was like with her and the law, and, you know, having to deal with all those men and coming out with strong conviction and changing people's attitudes. Yeah, so that's how, sometimes I feel like a jelly tub is in the ocean.
Hmm. You know,
Well,
it's
maybe an
interesting.
octopus.
It's interesting what you say about the pushing and pulling, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because mine was, I really started with the hands, and it was a lot of the head and shoulders and hands, and then it was really her, and I became this, with the hands, this in between my hands, this little tiny person, shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk, and it was she, and then she was a geisha. And I just let it, I let happen what's happening. I thought, this is really interesting. The geisha couldn't be more subservient. I was thinking of the geishas that you see just walking in the streets of Kyoto. And thinking of that, and I thought, what is that? What was that, her disguise? Was that who she had to be in order to be heard eventually? And then remember that scene with John, remember how she does this? You know, what's the film, you know, what I'm talking about with John Travolta? And they do that weird dance together. Oh God, what the hell is it? Everybody saw the film, I know.
Grease Lightning.
Oh, no. It's Uma Thurman.
Oh, Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. And there's this, and so then from
Yeah.
and I thought, isn't that, what the hell is that? And this idea, Ruth was a tiny woman, and did she really have to shrink then in order to push herself and move into all of these kinds of places that she, and kind of quietly, you know what I mean? It's like she wouldn't even be seen because she was so tiny. And she accomplished what she, it was just very profound. No idea what it means yet, but anyway.
But she's like, that sounds like to me like the mouse that roared.
Or yeah. But that idea, I mean, it was so strong. So strong. God.
It's occurring to me that she was